This clip is sponsored by American Mobile. If you're a nurse interested in traveling, visit americanmobile.com to get started. The nurses that are currently in the workforce probably don't even know. They don't even think about the things that they're going through or something that they could be accommodated for. Like migraine. I didn't even, that hadn't even occurred to me, and like type 1 diabetes, that's so important. Like, can we like run through some of those things for, nurses that are listening? We're like, oh, I didn't even realize, like, maybe I should be asking to, see if this can be accommodated in some way.
Anything and everything can be accommodated so long as there's a need, right?
Yeah.
You have a medical condition. Guess what? We work in healthcare. We should be able to accommodate this. We already accommodated for our own patients that we're seeing right in front of us. So now we just need to shift that. If we're telling our patients that they need to drink water, or type 1 diabetics, that they need to drink water and have a meal every 4 hours, and they need to check their blood glucose, guess what? That's your accommodation. Not us, right? But that's your accommodation too. Because let's be real about one thing. Nurses and doctors are the worst patients. We do not take care of ourselves. We wait until the last minute, and the last minute is often enough the ones that are ending us up in our own EDs and our own facilities. So no, we need to not get to that point.
Yes.
But we also need to be wary of those that are on our floor. Like 9 times out of 10, we're going to know that our colleague is dealing with something, or there's going to be one of us that knows that they're dealing with something physically or mentally or health-wise that they have to take care of. And one of us will be like, yeah, I got you. No worries. Get off the floor and I'll take care of you. I'll take it. Right. But what if that was just a part of the narrative? What if HR said, hey, if you said to us that you have any type of medical issue that needs to be taken care of, whatever, you have your doctor's note, here's your accommodation. We have the staffing for it already. Again, that plays into retention. That plays into someone feeling like they're cared for and heard for in that position. So yes, you can take a minute. You can ask for an accommodation every 4 hours where you need to take 30-minute break, right? You can always ask for, you can have 3 consecutive shifts in a row because you need to do whatever else those 4 days, because those 4 days could be related to health related issues, mental health related issues, family related issues. That's an accommodation where you can have your schedule set for 3 days no matter what you do. People will be like, oh, what? I've never knew that. Yes, you can have your schedule set. You can have it where your accommodation is shifting you to day shift for 6 weeks because of whatever reason that you need to. And HR can abide by it. That's what we call them, reasonable accommodations, right? Institutions will say that it's not reasonable because we'll be even more short staffed on whatever shift you're on. No, that's your job to provide. That is a reasonable request I am asking for. It's your job to comply. The thing is, we also get afraid of filing reports. We get afraid of putting in those critical incident reports. If you're short staffed, put in the critical incident report. Start telling on your institutions, because that's when change really occurs. I can walk you through every single thing that you can request for an accommodation, but honestly, those accommodations are going to come regardless once you start putting in reports when things are bad. Okay? When you have those fire hazards, when you have those trip hazards, don't just fix it. Write the report. Write the report. Put it in. And then when you get, if you need to have a reasonable accommodation, let's say you need to get off your feet at 6 months, you are carrying, you're with child, and you need to get off your feet at 6 months, but you know your maternity leave will not cover you. Get your accommodations. Okay, you need to sit down every 30 minutes. Who's gonna tell you differently? Oh, the hospital, because they don't have the staff to help. Again, that's not your, oh, my light just went off, guys. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
But it's also not, it's not their fault, right? It's not the person's fault. We're not adding the blame back to that person. We're making sure that the person knows that they can come and ask for those accommodations and they'll be provided for.
Yeah.
Because those CIR reports are going to make sure that they're always going to be followed up on. We don't want the bad reports. We want the good things.
Yeah, right.
We want the good things. And the good things is always going to be from what you've requested and what we've been able to put through.